We're doing a LoL replay review. This is a loss. Featuring Captain Condescending, dude. Working on that TF flash exhaust. I dig it. So I'm going to be very, very anal about this. He said he threw. Let's see how he threw. Let's see what happens. I'm going to go and talk about how to not throw. See what happens.
You're raiding the rift.
Raiding the rift. SpongeBob League of Legends.
You got 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Hulk Hogan gangplank. Oh. Oh.
Here come the minions.
Here come the minions. Alright. Fucking, that shit is stupid as hell. Alright. Facing Fizz. First thing I gotta do is check. Yeah, it's AP Fizz. This is a tricky one. This is one you can feed very easily if the guy knows what he's doing. All you can really do is not get all in and then maybe hope for, yeah, early harass. That's good. You're running exhaust though, so I don't really anticipate you getting a kill unless the guy just misplays really bad. But this is good. I like the aggression. That's what you got to watch out for though, and I want to talk about that little meta moment. All right, here's the thing. When you're pulling your cards as TF, I'm sure, I don't know if you've thought about this yet, but when you're playing, assume your opponent's good, and you will look like a genius every time. All right, so for example, here, you go to card, you make it clear you're going to card. Let it shuffle. Let it shuffle. Let it shuffle the whole time and just auto him in the mouth over and over again. Minions are pushing to him. Auto him, auto him, auto him. When he blows jump, then lock your card and walk at him and you'll do the damage that you want to do. See? Had you just let the card shuffled and just autoed him, he wouldn't know. He wouldn't know. He would just have to back down. And then once you have your card locked, sometimes if he's not jumping, you can just kind of dance around and act like you're going to auto him, and then he'll blow his jump. Okay? So that's something to think about. And also, that little tip also helps a lot when people are ganking for you, because if you pull your gold card out, I've played against Fizz in like I've played against like Challenger Fizz as TF, okay? So I know how this goes. Basically, whenever you're getting ganked, he's gonna keep his jump. So when he gets ganked, he can just jump away. But there's a chance if you show the yellow card and walk at him, he'll preemptively jump, and that's what you want to do sometimes. This is great. Good job. Burned his flash, so he's misplaying a little bit. You still got to be careful of the all-in. Man, he is... Yeah, there it is. Nice. Okay, that's good. Exhaust should be sooner, so you don't have to sweat that damage. Should be a little bit sooner the minute he looks like he's going to go aggro. But that's why I run exhaust, man. That was really well played. I like that. But, now, what are we doing? I don't know what your build is. I guess you're going... I can't even tell what you're going right now in the new AP items. I guess I'll see it in a second. So you have the lead in lane. You have his flash and his ignite down, so you don't have to worry about that. You're back. Looks like you're going for... This is good. I'm really curious to what you're building, actually. Looks like you're going for Lichbane, I guess. Yeah, Lichbane. So you have the lead, you're 2-0. Fizz is roaming. You've already helped with one roam. I wouldn't follow. I wouldn't go top there. Yeah, I would push mid. This is all good. So Fizz is diving your team, doing... Oh my god, it's so ugly. It's so hideous. So he's just trying to make hero plays, and you're pushing mid. So far, no big complaints with your play. Of course, this is a situation where you're laning. You got a head in lane. So I'm going to be criticizing based off what I think you could be doing. Your ult's up on 6 seconds. Scan the map. What do you see? What do you see? Nothing of importance. You're going for the boots. Fizz is mid. Nid's holding mid, so you're good to roam. Good open with the ult.
Killing spree.
So Mumu makes a nice little counter gag. The reason why I'm skipping through this is because I'm trying to get to the points of where it's significant fuck-ups by you. Like, really, like, misplayed shit. And so far, you're doing the right things. I like your build. That's the build that I would run. Be careful taking unnecessary damage in mid if you can avoid it. Try to ignore trades with him. Alright, yeah, let's talk about that for a second. You knew that guy was there, too. So I'm not really sure why you opted to play it that way. Yeah, don't... Alright, this is good. That's a really... That's a significant mistake, actually. You didn't have, like, exhaust... Like, I could understand if you thought, like, you could maybe bait him with an exhaust or something here. But you have to remember something. This matchup is this is one of the counter matchups for TF. Like, this is one of the hardest, most annoying matchups for TF, because a good Fizz basically never has to die to you and can always kill you. So, if the guy's good, guess what? Mid is pretty much fucked. And all you're looking to do is not feed him too hard and maybe hit some good roams and hope that he chokes and makes some mistakes. Literally, that's what you're hoping to do. Now, the fact that he gives you a first blood and all this shit in the mid lane is great. What you don't want to ever do is give him free kills once you're in this position. Ever. And right now, you don't have any magic resist, so there's really no point for you to be face checking this guy and trying to swag on him. This is one of those champs where, yes, you've seen me play TF and you see me play really cocky. But you will never see me face check this guy in this spot just because of the fact that I don't have flash, I don't have exhaust, I don't really know for sure if I'm gonna survive without having. If I had magic resist here, yeah, I would go ahead and face check it. I would be on board with that. But your build right now is CDR and damage, so you won't survive this guy's combo. And unless he whiffs, I could understand maybe you're thinking like, oh, I'm gonna dodge his combo, like. That's a pretty clever attempt, but it's one that assumes that he's bad, because basically Good Fizz will just dash to you. If he sees you, he's going to just dash to you and drop it on your head, or he's going to jump onto you and then once you're slow, drop it on your head. There will be no way that Good Fizz misses the combo, okay? Like I said, assume that every assassin type of guy is good, and then that way you won't feed them, you won't make any significant errors. This is an error because he's trying to get kills to get back into the game. And even though, yeah, he's died 4 times, I can assure you that when late game comes, he's going to jump on your head like over and over again. There's not going to be much you can do about it. So, yeah, this is significant here from my point of view. I think if I were you, since you had vision of him, you should have played about right here and let Nautilus kind of tell on you that you have vision. Okay, that would have been the correct thing to do. And then kite backwards and try to get him to dive over your team to get to you. And then that way you could have maybe got an Italy heal. And if Soraka lands some clutch bullshit, which is kind of what I figured was going to happen when I saw this, when I was looking at cooldowns, that one's a hard one to think about. Soraka's support is a tough one to remember. So it's just kind of like Shen. You think about it in advance, and then you'll get better at reading how the fights are going to look. So, yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. Just don't give freebies away if you can avoid it. It's an unnecessary risk. Not until you get like Zhonya's or something. I like that you're copying my build though. It's good. That's good. The home guard rush, like, this is all good. I like this. This is how you snowball. Your teleport there was a little wonky. Let's take a look and see where you positioned, if it made sense or not. So Riven gets there. Whoa, why? That didn't just happen, right? You didn't actually ult that. Yeah, I was gonna say that didn't make sense. Okay. All right. So basically, when you're dealing with Riven, the best advice I can give you is hold your ult for a second. Hold your ult for a second, and see if she blows any cooldowns to tell where she's going. That's a good little food for thought on the TF ult. when you think that there's a chance that she's going to dash away. Like, if you knew your jungler was here, yeah, just ult behind. But in this spot, you can get this kill if you wait a second, because she's going to know. She's going to know that she's fucked once you popped your ult. So, once you turn it on, she's going to go shit, and she's going to disengage backwards. And then you can wait until her cooldowns are gone and then try to ult. But if you just ult right away, this is the type of shit you'll run into as TF. So I feel like, I mean, you might kill her anyways. I'm just talking about how to optimize. Yeah, and you don't kill her. Therein lies my point, is that you could probably get her to blow her dash before you even have to ult. You don't win that. Wow, it's so aggressive.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
This was a good teleport by Aurelia, though.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Good. Amumu overplayed that spot hard. You're going Zonia's too. Alright, let's talk about this. How does this go? Again, you don't have MR, so let's see. Did you stun a minion? Is that what happened? You don't want to challenge Fizz, by the way. I'm just going to say that. Before we go further, you're not challenging this guy, like, ever. I would much rather just push from distance and go somewhere else and kill other people. You're not challenging this guy. This is a bad... That's a bad choice. Only do this if your jungler's near. Okay, he misses the fish. Yeah. The kiting's good. But he has items now. Yeah, you gotta wait. What, like, you seriously, you're seeing this now that you're watching the replay. Your cooldowns, like, when your shit's on cooldown, you back the fuck up versus this guy, man. Or he will all in you every time. As you just learned. Unless he's not behind anymore. You gotta remember, he's really not. He might have died a lot, but he's not. He can still kill you. You have your ult. Your confidence is good. A little too confident, though, I'm afraid. Wow, he could have killed you if he stayed in it. I guess your flash might have protected you. Seriously, though, versus comp, man, play in the rear. Unless you know that his jump is on cooldown, play in the rear, dude. It's just bad juju, my friend. Do you have vision of this? Okay, no, I don't see any ults yet that I would have used.
Gold.
Okay, you're positioning there. Alright, first things first. The moment you see a Mumu back step towards your line, okay? Back step away. Now, stun, backwards. So you're gonna stun, you're going backwards, and then something happens to you. You gotta balance this delicate game, okay? Your tank's there in the front. He CCs, you're stepping forward while your card's still on cooldown. Okay? So then once you pull it, you walk into him. Like as you're picking the card, you're walking into him. Why? dance, mind game. Think, put yourself in this guy's shoes. What does he want to do as Fizz? Whenever he's CC'd, all he's going to think is, oh, I got to jump on this fucking squishy guy now. So you're trying to wait until you see him burn the jump, then walk forward. Okay? I'm telling you, Fizz is the most broken piece of shit in League. Alright? You just got to accept it. He's broken. So stay the fuck back and try to just hope he fucks up. And then stunt. Or kill his team. But don't get near him like this. This is bad juju. And now everybody's gonna call you Reginald. GG. Holy shit.
Tides always turn. Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Okay, so you have home guards and ult. I think at this stage, I feel like you've spent a lot of time trying to battle and not letting the fights come to you. This spot here in the mid was one, and then this spot here in the dragon was another. Like I said, Fizz is one of the hardest matchups to get wins off of.
The blue team has slain the dragon.
You know, if the game's like break even. It's a good ult. Good, you dodged the fish. Wait for the jump. Good, 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 good. This is great.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Now you're pushing. Shove top, take blue. Hope Nidalee ping blue. Well, try to get blue. But whatever. It's okay. I like the Zonias. This is great. Your positioning's looking a lot cleaner. That ult was sort of
spree.
Alright, let's look and see what you saw and what you thought you were going to do. So you get this fucking superstar Riven really low. You ulted without mana. That's what happened, isn't it? You ulted without mana. Ah. The conundrum. The TF conundrum, dude. You don't have mana. And you ulted. And now your team's gonna fight. Because they were like, I gotta help this TF. He's so gentle. And now you're all indecisive. It's ugly. That is a mechanical error, my friend. That's all that is. You can threaten the ult for sure. But you have to check your mana. And that mistake cost your team a lot of moolah. I like the ambition, but you don't have blue. That's why I like to fight for the blue buffs. Your build also makes you mana hungry, which is another reason why I would have fought for that blue buff. And yes, if you had mana, you would have fucking aced them there, probably. If you had the mana, then you prop the red card as you landed, you probably would have aced them right there. I think. It would have been close. You have your ult. I'd be looking to ult behind them right here. I would probably, if I were you in this spot, I guess you can't really ult behind them, huh? Because, yeah, never mind. Team's dead. You're trying to back, but Amumu knows you're trying to back and is fucking with you hard. Now that Tristana's up, though, I'm looking to ult. There it is. You're obviously in this game, my friend. You have, dude. I'm actually very impressed with your gameplay. Like your mechanic stuff, is not bad, in my opinion. It's really not. TF, like your confidence moving around the map is all good. There's just a couple little errors here or there that I think you could improve. We're basically just decision making. You got to be a lot more respectful of Fizz in team fights and in lanes and in just basically any situation. You have to be a little bit more respectful. And then those deaths cost you precious time and XP. Every time you die, your lead, that XP lead, is going down the drain. So you better make damn sure if you're dying, it's worth it. And trading 1-for-1 versus Fizz, who's going to absolutely eat you alive late game, is not the answer. So, like I said, I know it's a hard matchup, and I know this Riven guy is clearly smurfing at a lower elo. Like, it's very obvious that he's, you know, he's above the elo that he's at right now. Or at least it felt like he was. I could be completely wrong. Your top lane got raped. Bot lane was doing great. I think, like I said, I think you just fell behind a little bit in levels. And then, you know, in some stages, you just got outplayed in team fights. Like, the Amumu was on point with the engages. And I think at times, like, once you teleported in, I didn't mind the ult in. But I think you got to be careful because remember the positioning. Aurelia's back. You got to check health bars. And you see Amumu coming around the corner here. And that's when you guys get absolutely wrecked as he sees you step out of position. And then that's, you know. So don't get married to the idea of engaging at all costs. This is one of those comps that make it very difficult for you to hit a stun card. Riven's going to make it very difficult. The only person you can reliably target is like Soraka. So play a little bit more towards your back line in the mid game, in the late game. Play a little bit more towards your back line. If you have the opportunities, yes, try to take them. If it makes sense, you gotta risk it to win it as TF, in my opinion, with your ults. But just remember the comp you're facing. You have to be, the best way I can phrase it is you have to be delicate in terms of you have to know the champions that you're facing. This is the type of comp where you have to know if you try to stun card this guy, he's just going to spell shield it. If you try to stun card this Fizz, he's just going to E it. If you try to get in range of Riven, she's going to kite you for a decade. So don't only commit at that like you will know once you've done it enough. You will know. Only go in at the moment when you know for sure that they're not going to counterplay what you're doing. This is one of those comps, like I said, it's shitty, it sucks, but you got ahead, and I think you gave away a lot of XP that you could have kept up for yourself by giving away some free kills that you didn't have to trade. Like I said, you don't want to trade versus this guy. The biggest idiot in fucking gold can take Fizz and shit on you if you give him items. Like, they're the biggest moron. Fizz is a broken, no counterplay, if he gets ahead, having piece of shit, okay? Like, that's all there is to it. So, yeah, other than that, though, I really do like your confidence. I'm not just saying that to toot your horn. I think that you played very, very aggressive. I like that. That means that you're going to, once you even out your little mistakes, dude, you will fly up the ladder playing like how you're playing. Because I like how you knew, like, if this guy aggresses me, I can exhaust him. Just try to balance out the frequency of which you try to trade and the frequency that, you know, you play back and safe and smart, okay? And that's going to really improve you. All right, I love all of you guys that are watching these. If you like the LoL replay review and you want to see more like it, please subscribe and like it. And if you want your gameplays reviewed, just send them to lolreplayreview@gmail.com. This has been Nisi, LVGaming.tv. Thank you so much. And yeah, that's all I got for you. Peace, crackers.